Genesis, we see about 135 specific events recorded that haven't yet happened, and we know they do actually happen. It's with breathtaking accuracy. It covers about 320 years in history, and what we see basically in a nutshell is conflict between the Persian and the Greek Empire, and then conflict between the Syrian and the Egyptian Empire. And just to give you a little bit of insight into just how breathtakingly accurate these prophecies are, in verse 3 Daniel talks about the mighty king, and that is Alexander the Great, who Daniel says in the prophecy dies at the zenith of his power. And we know that Alexander the Great died in his 30s, his 2 sons were murdered, so it didn't go to the family line, it was divided up amongst 4 generals, and eventually 2 of them sort of took things to the north, 2 of them to the south, and Israel was literally right in the centre geographically and spiritually of all this turmoil and all this conflict. So the question might be, why on earth is this section just basically history? Why does God go into such graphic detail? Why does it matter that he gives them all these dates and times? Well, he knows his people are about to suffer. He knows that they need to know that he is in control of history. None of this, as awful as it is, none of this is a surprise to him. That he is trustworthy, he is good. Do you remember reading in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe stories? You might have read them when you were a kid. There's a great character, the lion, called Aslan. And the children, when they hear the hero of the story is called Aslan, they say to Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, "Aslan? But is he safe?" And Mrs. Beaver says, "Safe? He's not safe, he's a lion, but he's good." And I think that's what God's saying through this. This is going to be testing times. You're going to be dragged to the edge of what you think you can do. You're going to lean on God like nothing before. And you're going to realise that following God might not make your life cozy. In fact, it probably won't. But you can never, ever, ever, ever deny that God will always be who he is. And that is trustworthy and good.